High in the Himalayas, Tibet has for centuries preserved its unique culture and traditions. At the heart of this land stood the Dalai Lama, revered as the living Buddha by his people. But this sanctuary of tradition faced a dramatic shift when China began its relentless pursuit to integrate Tibet into its territory. To understand the occupation of Tibet, we must delve into its rich history. Tibet was a sovereign country comprising 3 provinces, Yuuzhan, Amdo, and Kham. Its roots trace back to the 7th century AD when the Yarlung dynasty unified these territories. During this era, Buddhism found its way into Tibet, significantly shaping its culture. King Songtsen Gampo, influenced by his wives from Nepal and China, embraced Buddhism. This marked the onset of Tibetan Buddhism, catalyzed by the Indian teacher Guru Rinpoche. Yet, Tibet's history wasn't devoid of conflicts. Mongol invasions in the 13th century and subsequent incursions by the Qing dynasty in the 18th century led to the loss of some Tibetan provinces. Despite this, Tibet's history wasn't devoid of conflicts. Mongol invasions in the 13th century and subsequent incursions by the Qing dynasty in the 18th century led to the loss of some Tibetan provinces. Despite this, Tibet retained a level of autonomy. The modern era ushered in significant geopolitical shifts. In 1912, Tibet declared its independence as the Qing dynasty collapsed, but China continued to assert its claim over Tibet. The 17-point agreement in 1951, purportedly granting autonomy to Tibet, was a facade. Tensions escalated, leading to the Dalai Lama's escape in 1959. Faced with threats from the Chinese government, the Dalai Lama, disguised and accompanied by his family and officials, fled Tibet. Their perilous journey to India was supported by unexpected allies, including the CIA. Subsequent years witnessed Chinese aggression, cultural suppression, and atrocities in Tibet. Mass destruction of monasteries, forced cultural assimilation, and exploitation of resources inflicted suffering on Tibetans. Protests and uprisings were met with brutal repression. The struggle for Tibetan autonomy persists. China's oppressive policies extend beyond Tibet, affecting regions like Xinjiang and Hong Kong. The world watches as voices of dissent face suppression, demanding freedom and cultural preservation. Yet, amid adversity, Tibetan refugees found solace in India. The Indian government, though not granting citizenship, provided shelter and support. Tibetan communities in India continue their cultural heritage while striving for autonomy. The story of Tibet is one of resilience against oppression. The struggle for cultural preservation and autonomy echoes across regions facing similar challenges under China's rule. As the future remains uncertain, hope lingers for Tibet's freedom. Thank you for joining us in unraveling the story of Tibet. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Until next time, stay informed. Goodbye.